For 10,000 years, he had died. Again and again, he met his end. Every time in different ways, sometimes in battle, sometimes in silence, sometimes with regret, and sometimes with hope. But no matter how it happened, one thing remained the same. He always came back. He didn't know why or how it started. The first death was normal, just like any other warrior meeting his fate. But after that, he woke up, and the day reset. Everything was the same, the people, the world, the events. Except for him, he remembered. At first he thought it was a gift, a chance to fix his mistakes, to live without regrets. But no matter what he changed, no matter how hard he tried, the result was always the same: death. It became his prison. He tried everything: being kind, being ruthless, helping others, helping only himself. He became a hero in some lives and a villain in others. But nothing broke the cycle. Days turned to years, years turned to centuries, and soon millennia passed. His mind grew weary, and the world that once seemed full of opportunity now felt like a cage. He had lived through every possible outcome, yet none led him to peace. No matter what he did, death was always waiting, and the day would begin anew. Hope faded, replaced by despair. Maybe this was his fate, to live and die forever in an endless loop, with no purpose and no escape. Until one day a stranger appeared. This stranger wasn't like the others. They weren't part of the familiar faces that he had seen 1,000 times before. Their eyes held a knowing gaze, like they understood his pain, his burden. The stranger spoke softly, but with certainty. "I know how to end it." He was skeptical, of course. After 10,000 years, hope felt like a cruel joke. But something about the stranger's words made him pause. Maybe it was desperation. Maybe it was the faint flicker of a hope long buried. The stranger revealed a truth he hadn't considered, a path he had never taken. It wasn't about what he did for others or even what he did for himself. It was about facing the very thing he feared most, accepting his death. Not fighting it, not running from it, but embracing it. In all those cycles, he had tried to control the outcome, but the stranger showed him that true freedom came from surrender. On the final day, he stood at the edge of a cliff, the place where it all began. The stranger was there, watching. He closed his eyes, not in fear, but in peace. For the first time, he wasn't afraid of what came next. He stepped off the cliff, letting go of everything: his regrets, his anger, his fear. And as he fell, he felt something he hadn't felt in thousands of years: release. There was no reset this time. When he opened his eyes, the cycle had ended. The sun shone brighter, the air felt lighter, and the weight that had crushed him for so long was gone. The stranger was gone, but their words lingered. He had finally achieved what seemed impossible: the perfect ending. Not through power or struggle, but through acceptance.